Hassan, KTN News.
As workers celebrate the newly revised minimum wages, President Uhuru Kenyatta took some time in his speech to heap praise on his administration's achievements. President Kenyatta affirmed that his legacy was intact as one of the presidents to have raised the country's productivity, which has seen Kenya ranked highly in having a formidable workforce. KTN's Brian Otieno takes stock of the Jubilee administration's employment scorecard.
When the Jubilee administration took over from the Kibaki government, whose second term was run through the Grand Coalition government in 2013, they promised to create 1 million jobs annually. Ideally, we should have 10 million jobs created in 2022, as the president will be handing over to his successor after the much-anticipated August 9th general elections. Questions linger over the hits and misses. This ambitious dream has not been achieved, much as there was effort to do so. In the Labor Day celebration, the president took time to enumerate the achievements of the Jubilee administration in its 10-year reign, measuring on the Kazi Mtaani project.
And as a result, across the country, over 500,000 young people managed to benefit, and some still continue to benefit from this initiative. But despite the fact that some had lost their jobs, the Kazi Mtaani initiative allowed them to form 1,266 youth groups that were not organized by government, but were organically formed by the young men and women themselves.
The president also took time to address the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic on the state of employment in the country, stating that even with a ravaged economy, the president maintained that unlike other states, his government did not fire or restructure salaries of staff working in the public sector.
Hakuna mwalimu, hakuna mfanyikazi wa serikali, hakuna askari ambaye alifutwa kwa sababu ya ukosefu wa pesa. Watu wetu wote waliendelea na kazi zao bila kukatwa mishahara vile ilikuwa inaendelea katika nchi zingine. Na hiyo ni ukweli wa mambo, watu wakubali wasikate ukweli wa mambo. Wewe ulikatwa mshahara?
On their part, the Federation of Kenya Employers (FKE) lauded the government's efforts on launching the Big Four agenda, which has provided employment to some Kenyans, though citing funding challenges that dogged the ambitious project in key focus areas.
I think the performance of the president in this second term has been made more difficult by factors outside his control and outside what was expected. We've had a very divided government. You're not able to work if the two are not working so well. The politics has been difficult. The natural disasters have been there. We've had locusts, we've had failed rains. Globally, there have been challenges, and the agenda was ambitious. 4 big agenda items to be fulfilled in a span of 4 or 5 years. And the financing of it, I think, is where we hit challenges, because most of it was predicated on raising money through taxation, changes in laws, and getting more money from the private sector at a time when the private sector itself has been struggling.
The highlight of the event being the awarding of a 12% increase on minimum wage, a move welcomed by many amidst cries of a restructuring of what has been termed a punitive tax regime. Some employers called for review of the taxable income to 35,000 Kenya shillings and raising the tax relief to 3,500 Kenya shillings. Although unemployment is standing at about 30%, a substantial amount of Kenyan workers are casting their nets wide to venture into the diaspora market as jobs continue to remain hard to come by. Brian Otieno, KTN News, Nairobi.
Now, at least 38 persons have thrown their hats in the ring for the State House contest as independent candidates.